Hello, Somesh. Thank you for coming into this second season of the podcast. Lovely to have you again. Now, one of the most exciting tools is Jump-In tool. I've been wanting to have you on my podcast just to talk to you about this tool. Please do an introduction of yourself, and for those who don't know you, because I know everyone knows you for sure, and what the tool Jump-In all about.
Yeah. Thank you, Shady, for having me the second time. It was pleasure. I still remember, I was the first who was we launched for your podcast. So it's always a great pleasure connecting with you. And your podcast is doing really amazing things. Like you are putting all the contributors and spotlights. So again, thank you for having me. And Jump-In. It's doing good. Getting a good feedback on community on the LinkedIn, and I think more than 60, 70 clones, unique clones done till now. So Jump-In is basically the word Jump-In. I got it from the Copilot. I was wondering what to call it. And so it's the second version of the MDM Migrator. So this all started, I believe, last October or September, when I was having a discussion with Arnab from Microsoft, and that we should have something which helps organizations to migrate from other MDM vendors to Microsoft Intune. So you remember, I launched last year before Ignite a tool which was called MDM Migrator. It was basically only from Jamf to Intune, and it had some shortcomings. It had some shortfalls, like it was missing the helper tool, and it required few interactions with the user. It was also a good feedback, but then I received feedback from community that we want something more, which at all removes the user interactions, which should be just one click and job done. And as we want, we have a Leor also said that Intune for Mac. So we want more Intunes in Mac. We want more Macs into Intune. Not only Jamf, but all other vendors should be we should be able to port from them to Intune. And when I talk to customers during migrations, the most pain point we have seen is the wipe and load, right?
Yeah.
Wipe and reload. So when we talk to end user that, okay, we have a migration coming in, we need to put your Mac to a new system, then they're saying, I don't want, I'm happy with the current MDM because I don't want my Mac to be wiped. Because enrolling a Mac is not that cumbersome, it's quite fast process. But then again, reloading all your applications, installing, remembering what you had, what you didn't had, and then configuring each and everything takes a lot of time. It takes around a day or two to get the user stable back to the new machine. So this was the thought in my mind that we should have a system, something which has a 0% impact on user productivity. User should be migrated as soon as possible. For example, you say that, okay, I'm going on a lunch break, you have my Mac, migrated. So the idea was keeping the window as short as possible. So the Jump-In, that is just upgrade and migrate to Intune. The phrase I got from Microsoft Copilot is within 15 to 20 minutes, time boxed. I have tested multiple times, and that's the maximum time frame I have seen it takes. Ideally, it is within 10 minutes. Your Mac will be migrated from any MDM vendor to Microsoft Intune. It supports all MDM vendors that are available in the market, like Jamf, Mosley, Edige, VMware, FileWave, Hexnode. You take the names and it supports everything. So there's only a few things which are required from the MDM administrator from the backend, and rest the tool takes care of it.
Before we jump into the requirements, just to clarify, your tool solves two pain points, which are first, the admins do not need to reset the device because this is a time consuming. And the second part, you'd be able to migrate the device from an MDM to Intune basically through a UI. Is this basically how it is? Because this is the most challenging task for us as consultants, as admins, and you basically solved it. Oh, this is just amazing. Yes, please continue. Now we go with the requirements.
So as was you were saying correctly, that when we talk to the customers or as a consultant or as an IT admin to users or the companies that, okay, there's a migration coming, or for example, there's a merger and acquisitions, right? So it's not only migrate from third-party MDM vendors, it also supports Intune to Intune, right? I was having a conversation with one of a colleague or one of a friend on LinkedIn, and he said why don't you have something which supports Intune to Intune? because they are having an acquisition or merger, and they want to migrate from one tenant to into another tenant, and they don't want to wipe it. So that was the main thing. Like, we don't to wipe our systems. It should be smooth transition, and user data should be preserved. There should be a 0% loss of user data. So this tool is like basically just one click and it does its job. It's a UI thing. User does not have to interact multiple times. And like, it just removes all the current existing MDM profiles. It checks what's the new endpoint, and it loads the migrate to the new tenant. From the backend side, admins need to do some work. Like, for example, the first prerequisite is obviously you need to point it to the new MDM in the ABM, Apple Business Manager. That's a prerequisite, and there's no way to automate it. So because when you are having a new MDM servers, you need to change the MAC. You need to point the MAC to the new ABM, new MDM. Sorry. So that the MAC knows that which MDM I need to talk to now for getting enrollment. So that's the first thing that an MDM admin needs to do, or IT admin, that they need to change the point. They need to change the assignment of MAC from old MDM to the new MDM server in Apple Business Manager. Once this is done, for example, if I'm coming from Jamf, if I need to migrate from Jamf or I need to migrate from VMware, okay? So the first thing is that I would be going to my Apple Business Manager and changing the assignment from the old MDM to the new MDM, right? And then I have to wait. For example, the maximum time for sync for the Intune is 15 minutes. The best, easiest way is, like, for example, if I'm doing a bulk migration for a company, I will simply put all my Macs to, or if I'm going in a waves manner, then I will select the Macs that I want to put to new ABM, new MDM. Then I will be pointing them to the new MDM server. And then from Intune, I just go to the enrollment profiles and click sync. Once you verify that if the Macs are not reflecting into your Intune admin center, Intune admin portal, then you are good to go. And this tool supports MDM deployment, so I can just simply deploy it from the old MDM as a PKG, and once the app is deployed on the user's machines, then whenever they want to do it, they just need to click load the app, and its job is done.
Okay.
And second thing is, like, since we are using it's for corporate devices, supervised devices only, right? So we have a setting which says that lock enrollment profile, which means that users cannot unenroll the device. Right? We keep it for security purpose. That's an Apple thing. That's a security thing. So the second prerequisite is that the IT admins or the MDM admin needs to uncheck that setting, because if that is not done, then I don't think any tool or any script can allow you to remove the enrollment profile. There's an Apple security framework which prevents the device from unenrolling, because if that's not allowed, then you can take the Mac home and it's your personal Mac.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
So only these two things are required. Like, first, point the Mac to the new MDM in ABM. Second is just uncheck that setting for allow users to unenroll the Mac. That is, and once your Mac is migrated, then you can simply turn on the setting back, and then the users won't be able to unenroll that Mac from any MDM.
Okay. Do we jump into the migration process itself?
Yeah,
so we do the demo.
I can show you. Yeah, I can. That's what I would love to show the demo, and
I
I'll
mean,
show
this
you
is what
from.
I've been waiting for.
Yeah, I'll show you from, like, starting from the ABM thing, like how you can point to ABM, how you can sync into Intune, and then we can touch on the Mac. So I'm playing on my wife's Mac because that's a spare Mac for migrating to. So I have the spare with me. So I quickly share my screen. Let me know if it's visible.
Yes, please.
Okay, so sorry. So this is the GitHub repo which holds everything. The code is public, and if I go to business.apple, so the first thing as an admin I would be doing is that selecting the Macs, or like which I want to migrate. For example, this is the Mac which we are like taking it right now. So earlier it was assigned to Jamf, right? For example, Jamf, this is my domain. So the first thing I've done already, because it takes 15 minutes to sync to Intune. So I have changed the assignment to Intune, my MDM, and then I need to simply go back to my Intune admin console and I just have synced already the devices. So once the device is visible here, then it's pretty sure for me that now my Mac is ready for migration, and I can simply start playing migrating the Mac, right? So let me see that where it is. Yep, this is the Mac, and we can see that it is already in XAMPP. It is in XAMPP enrolled, and I launched the tool. So the first thing is, because it has a privilege requirement, because we are unenrolling the Mac from MDM, which means that you need to have sudo access to uninstall the profiles, and it needs to enrollment into MDM server again, which requires elevated permissions. So it has a
Does
helper
this
tool.
mean? Yeah. Does this mean this app should be deployed from the admin side, from the MDM side?
It should ideally be deployed from your old MDM.
Okay. Yes, from the old MDM side. Yes. Okay. And not from the user side where he just downloads and installs this tool. Is it?
You can host it on, for example, your file for anywhere where a user can download the PKG, but it's best because we're doing a migration for supervised devices. So I would say that best is to deploy it via your MDM so that it get installed on your managed devices, and you have a track also like on which device is installed.
Okay.
So the app requires you to be launched as admin because it has an inbuilt privileged tool which we call helper. So it requires you to launch as admin. So I relaunch as admin here. It'll ask me for my password, and I put my password here. And like this takes you like preserve all your data and setting. That's the first thing we want. Remove the current mentioned profile, enroll in Microsoft Intune, and takes 15 to 20 minutes. And I click get started. So it's dynamic. It's intelligent. It automatically checks which current MDM you are enrolled to. For example, it detects that I'm in XAMPP Pro, and it's a full MDM. It's a supervised device, and my target is Microsoft Intune. Yeah. And if any of these is not validated, for example, so it has a requirements. It will check your macOS minimum version, which should be 14.5 or something, which is a minimum requirement set in the code. FileVault should be enabled. If FileVault is not enabled or turned on, then it will not show you start migration. Your gatekeeper should be enabled, and your Mac should be enrolled into an MDM. So there are 4 checks which are mandatory for this app to show you the start migration. If any of these are failing, then the start migration button would be disabled.
Okay.
And it is I've tested it on XAMPP, I tested it on VMware, I tested on Intune, so it's dynamic and it's pass validation for all MDMs. Yep, so we click start migration. I just, for example, say test my name, and let's click confirm. So it started the migration, and so right now it's removing the current MDM profiles. So if we see here, the profiles are removed, and the Mac is unenrolled from an MDM or MDM. Now it's trying to query the new MDM from Apple Business Manager, like what's my current MDM which I want to talk to, which MDM I need to be enrolled into it. Once it gets the URLs, when it gets the enrollment profile, then it will trigger the setup assistant automatically. So yep. So right now the backend it's communicating with the Apple Business Manager and checking what's the new MDM I want to go into, and it should be launching. And we can see view logs, we can see export config here. Now as the setup assistant is being launched, it downloaded the company portal automatically if not there. And here's the setup assistant and enroll.
Oh, this is interesting.
MFA. Now it's on that setup assistant. So it had checked that, okay, I need to go to Intune for MDM. So now we are enrolling into Microsoft Intune, and still a supervised device because it's an ABM. So it will be logged. So now it's enrolling the enrollment profiles into the settings. And this screen like is locked, we cannot bypass it.
While we are waiting, maybe I have a couple of questions. And how long does it take to migrate?
It's done.
Right, now it's done. It's not even 5 minutes.
No, it's not even. So I'm just waiting for the profiles to come in. So if I click view logs, it will keep updating. So right now there's one, the default, the root management profile that's there. And they will come slowly and slowly.
Okay.
It's recommended to give your Mac a restart. And since we have migrated to new MDM, the FileVault key needs to be rotated, right? Because it was escrowed to old MDM. And I tried always, but since the app is running as a root, it runs as a helper. And Apple does not allow you to rotate FileVault key with the root privileges. It should be done in the user context. So I'll show you that how it is done. So right now, if you see that all Intune profiles are coming in, and if I click view logs, it's also pulling up the logs that which profiles are coming in.
Really nice.
Yeah. So that's what it takes within 5 minutes. The management has changed actually.
Oh, this is really great. I mean, 5 minutes, that's nothing. I mean, okay.
So before you finish your lunch, it will be done. And if I click FileVault, yep. So because for security reasons, you need to change your FileVault so that your FileVault key is escrowed to Microsoft Intune. Right? Because if something happens, you need a FileVault key from Intune console. So it dumps the key into temp location, dumps the script into temp location, which I need to execute. And it tells you the path also that you just need to type this command. I'm still trying to see if something can be done, which it rotates the key on its own. But for now, I'm not able to do it. So if I go to this location and here, show the hidden files. Where is temp? Here it is. And get info. Okay. Yes, it's all good. Okay. So I got terminal at folder, and I simply say sudo. Yeah. And this script is also UI based, so it will give you the UI to rotate the keys. Come on. Might be something is getting blocked. Okay. We need to change the password because Intune has a policy for password change. I have a policy there.
Okay. Okay.
Because it requires you to change the password at next login.
Okay.
Yeah, password change. Okay. And where you are here. So I go to cd private var temp just tmp and sudo. Yeah, so this is. So it's ask you for your password. So I just put my password here. And your key is rotated.
Nice.
So if you want, you can write it down, but as it would be uploaded in Intune also. And then if I go to my,
it will be imported also to the new MDM, correct?
Yes. So it's importing to Intune. So if I go here, and so it's just being imported here. So it will take some time. Yeah, it's uploaded. and recovery keys. So it takes time to upload it here because it's a graph call. But yeah, within a couple of minutes, the key is available here, and then the one that we showed, then you can simply see from the console also if the key is available or not, because it's just newly enrolled. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, these things take time.
Yeah.
This is really the set. Is this it from the user side?
Sorry?
Really? Is this that's it from the user side?
That's it from user side. That's it.
Oh my God, that's so quick. I mean, for a huge challenge for years, now it's just solved within 5 to 10 minutes. Not even 10 minutes.
Not even. So if I want to go, for example, from Intune to Intune, it's also working. So from Intune to Intune, I don't need to change anything. Just again, same thing that you need to change that assignment in ABM and get started. So it detects that Microsoft Intune now. So there's no hard coding that user needs to do or admin needs to do. It detects automatically which MDM right now I am in and which MDM I'm trying to go. So start migration and the same thing. And within 5 minutes, it will be simply enrolling into Intune again. And if it gets stuck, you have the force profile removal. You simply click on this and it removes everything. Because, for example, sometimes there's an internet connectivity issue, right? Then because then it will break the enrollment. Simply relaunch the app. It will resume from there itself.
Okay, but this tool, I mean, this tool requires internet. That means when you, let's say, remove the profile forcibly, does this mean it's a command that is launching locally on the device?
Yes, it's doing the commands in the backend. So you need to have internet connectivity also for this.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense because of the migration from a MDM to another MDM.
Yeah.
This makes sense. But if you want to remove the profile locally, you still can within the tool. And if even though if it's offline, okay, this is really nice. And what came also to mind, you said earlier, the admin requires administrative privilege. Access rights. So like you mean like Intune? Yeah. So like Intune admin access?
No, you don't need. So for running this tool, think of an end user. You don't need an Intune admin access. You just need the admin access for the time being that you are doing a migration. That's a mandatory. I think every tool in the market.
Okay. So it's a administrative privilege from the user perspective and not from the admin.
No.
Okay. I got that mix. Okay, now I got it.
So there are two roles. One is a MDM admin, that in the Intune administrator, who will be doing the backend stuff, that is pointing to the new MDM in ABM. And second is the end user. So for example, if generally companies don't give a permanent admin to Mac users. So you can give them a time-based, for example, if you're using SAP privileges or something else, you can give them a time-based admin access, for example, for this elevation. And once the enrollment is complete, you can revert back to the standard user. This is mandatory. You need to have admin access to unenroll the Mac, because else it won't be possible.
Okay. What are we waiting for now?
So right now it's doing Intune to Intune.
Intune. Okay.
Yeah.
Earlier we did from jump to Intune, and now Intune to Intune.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and the time part, I'm waiting for the recovery key to be escrowed. It will take some time.
Yeah, I mean, it's normal. I believe you.
Yeah. No, because the recovery key is one of the major thing you need, because you need to rotate it when you're changing the MDM vendors. Yeah.
You need to rotate it manually from Intune. You mean, or
no? You should rotate it if you are changing the MDMs. So that's why it dumps a script which you can use to rotate the key. So this is done. So I think within 5 minutes it's doable.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we migrated from Intune to Intune also, and then just close the app. And everything is on GitHub here, like just for transparency, like what the code is doing, what all is configured here. And each and every part of the code is supported here. So this is a like list which supports. I will add to like 2-3 more because that FileWave and those are also supported. So I think each and every MDM vendor is being supported for migration. So, and the documentation includes like what needs to be done. For example, as an Intune admin, these are the steps that we need to verify. And once this is verified, once we have seen that, once you see that, yes, my Mac is reflecting in Intune admin center and it's ready for migrate, deploy the app, have a communication with the end user. For example, you can start a campaigns on Teams, like you can use Copilot just to start communication with the users, email us that the app is assigned, and you can start migration when you have time. And this does not disrupt users much because you just need to take 5-10 minutes out of your busy schedule for migration. There's no data loss, nothing. It's full security, so it's done. So requirement is macOS 14 Sonoma or higher that is required, and this is the checks which it does for system requirements. Like FileVault should be there, gateway should be, gatekeeper should be there, and it's need an internet connection because without internet connection it cannot communicate for the endpoint URLs. And that's it. I think that's the maximum time it takes.
I've seen it in action. It takes a lot less than that.
yeah, this is a quick one.
Yeah, this is really great, Somesh. I mean, it's really, really awesome that you solved one of the biggest challenges out there for migrating Mac OS to Intune. Thank you for your effort. I mean, this is really awesome. Thank you. I mean,
thank you.
I personally thank you. I thank you in behalf of the community. I mean, this is an awesome job.
Yeah, no, this was for community because when we hear and read that they are migrating and they have like they feel the pain for the users. So as an end user also, when we are doing it, we feel the pain. So that's why.
Okay, yes. And is this tool for free? Just
yes,
to
for
confirm.
free. All the code is on GitHub. It's free.
And it's just for free, man.
Yeah, it's all free.
All right, then. We are at the end of our podcast. Thank you. I'll definitely have you again. And I hope everyone learned something like I did. All right, then. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye.